Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to another episode of Cycling Insider. In this episode of Cycling Insider, let's talk about a superbike from Trek, and this time it's gonna be 2021 Trek Emonda SLR 6 road bike. I'm calling this Trek Emonda SLR 6 superbike because of the price and also because of all the specifications and the components on this bike. But before we start, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe and hit that little bell icon because it's gonna help in growing the channel. And of course, if you are already a subscriber, then thank you. So, as I was saying, a Trek Emonda SLR 6. Let's first off kick off with the retail price of this bike. So as you see, the retail price is gonna be $6,700 or approximately 6,000 British pounds with the current exchange rate. So there is no denying that this is an eye-watering price, retail price for this bike. So I strongly suggest you that you talk with your local Trek bike dealer, be nice, negotiate nicely, and definitely try to get a discount on this bike for approximately 15%. That would be my advice. When we talk about the paint scheme on this bike, luckily for you, you will have 3 standard paint schemes to choose from. The first paint scheme is this beautiful navy carbon smoke / Viper red, so basically navy blue with a hint of red and white, absolutely beautiful, very classy. Then another one, which is the again navy blue with a bit of light blue, or they would call it like navy carbon smoke, again beautiful paint scheme, no problems with this one. And then you have a very classic, as I would call it, black on black paint scheme, onyx carbon, which I would just gladly skip because this is not my cup of tea. But luckily, as I say, as standard, 3 paint schemes to choose from, and I'm glad that Trek has done this because, of course, this is a retail price of $6,700 for this bike. Also, on this bike, Trek will offer you their customization program, where you can customize lots of components of this bike, and you can of course get this price way higher than $6,700. But for now we will be focusing on the retail price of this bike. So now let's dive in and let's see what do you get for your hard-earned money. We should kick off with the frame and the fork on this bike. So the frame is a carbon fiber frame from Trek, and this is their ultra light 800 series OCLV carbon. I will also leave a link in the video description where there is a lot of explanation about this OCLV 800 carbon. Trek has invested a lot of money into it, and basically this is creme de la creme, best of the best carbon fiber that Trek can currently do. This carbon fiber frame has a internal cable routing, 12mm through axles, front and the back, and flat mount disc brakes. Also the fork on this bike is a carbon fiber Trek SLR fork with carbon steerer, internal brake routing, and flat mount disc brakes, and of course 12mm through axle at the front. So both frame and the fork absolutely superb, creme de la creme carbon fiber from Trek. And don't forget that on the frames and the forks with Trek you are getting a lifetime warranty. I forgot to mention that who is this bike for? I mean, Trek Emonda platform. Trek Emonda platform is all about, lightest, stiffest climbing machines, and especially when it comes to Trek Emonda SLR, which is creme de la creme of Trek Emonda platform. So if you are looking for this ultra light, stiff climbing machine, then definitely check out Trek Emonda SLR range. So, as I was saying, for the frame set, frame and the fork, a lifetime warranty, superb carbon fiber frame and fork here, absolutely no complaints. Now let's talk about the wheel set on this bike. So the wheel set is from Bontrager Aeolus Pro 37. So if we quickly see a bit more technical specifications about this wheelset, you can quickly see that you are getting an OCLV carbon fiber wheelset, 37 millimeters rim height. It is tubeless ready. It has 21 millimeters inner width. It comes with the DT Swiss spokes and DT Swiss nipples. Superb choice. 24 spokes at the back, 24 spokes at the front, and this is with of course 12 millimeter through axles front and the back, and these are DT Swiss 350 hubs with the 18-point engagement. You know, I'm a huge fan of DT Swiss, and I'm so glad that Trek is using the DT Swiss 350 hubs on this carbon fiber wheelset. Also, this carbon fiber wheelset comes with the lifetime warranty, which is absolutely superb. Another thing that I wanted to point out here is that for this wheelset, so front and the back wheel, the total weight will be approximately 1,505 grams, which is absolutely superb. This is a very light wheelset, so again, absolutely superb choice on this bike. I have no complaints with this wheelset. This wheelset is wrapped in the Bontrager tires, so these are the Bontrager R3 hardcase tires. These are 25C tires. The frame can take up to 28C tire, and I wish that Trek has included 28C tires out of the box on this bike, just because you're gonna get more air volume in a 28mm tire, and the ride is gonna be even more smoother. But I'm guessing that the main reason why they included 25C tire on this bike is just to cut a little bit of weight. But my advice would be in the future, when you destroy this 25mm tire, to move to the 28mm tires. Now let's talk about the drivetrain of this super bike. So you will gonna get a superb Shimano Ultegra mechanical group set. So everything from the shifters, front mech, rear mech, everything is Shimano's Ultegra R8000 group set. Absolutely superb mechanical group set. I will just mention here that on the rear mech, Shimano's Ultegra rear mech here is a short cage rear mech, so keep in mind that the maximum cassette you can fit on that rear mech is a 30-tooth cassette, so for example 1130 cassette. Crankset, again superb choice, Shimano's Ultegra R8000, and this is a 5236 crankset, and the cassette on the bike is again Shimano's Ultegra cassette, 1130 cassette. So now you see 1130 cassette paired with 5236 chain rings at the front. You should be able to attack any steep mountains. If you want to fit a bigger cassette than this, for example 1132, 1134, you will need to change your rear mech on this bike, so just keep that in mind. Chain, again Shimano's Ultegra HG701 11-speed chain, superb choice, and I'm always glad that when it comes to the cassette and the chain, Trek didn't cut corners and they are keeping with the Shimano Ultegra team here. Bottom bracket, this is the Praxis T47 threaded standard bottom bracket with internal bearings. Lots of manufacturers recently are moving to this threaded T47 standard. I mean, nothing special to mention here, it should be totally fine. When it comes to some other small components on the bike, for example like a saddle, you will get the Bontrager's own production Bontrager Aeolus Elite saddle. I personally have no experience with Bontrager saddles. If anybody has any experience, please do let us know in the comments below. But I would advise you, if you have your personal saddle that you truly like, please do keep it as long as possible and even fit it on this bike. Seat post on this bike is an interesting choice from Trek. This is their carbon fiber seat mast cap, and in the sizes, for example 56 or 58, that would be my sizes, it would come with a 20mm offset. It's great that Trek has included a carbon fiber seat mast. You can think about it as the same way as a carbon fiber seat post, where it will definitely soak up some of the smaller road bumps. Now when it comes to the stem and the handlebars, here you are getting carbon fiber integrated stem and handlebars, and this is the Bontrager Aeolus RSL handlebar and the stem. So this is a one-piece affair, handlebar and stem in one piece, carbon fiber piece. I mean, superb carbon fiber piece. It's going to be very light, but just keep in mind that when it comes to finely tuning your position, this one-piece handlebar and stem might have limited options. Again, Trek has done this because it's going to be better for aerodynamics. It's going to be a bit stiffer than, separated handlebar and the stem, but just keep in mind that in the future, for fine-tuning this position might be a little bit challenging. But again, superb carbon fiber piece, integrated handlebar and the stem. When it comes to the braking performance on this bike, you will have a superb Shimano's Ultegra hydraulic disc brakes. These are RT800 braking rotors, both front and the back, with Shimano's Ice Frieza Ice Tech technology, and these are 160mm braking rotors, both front and the back, which I just love, so there is no cutting corners in the braking department. When it comes to the total weight of the bike, size 56 is 7.26 kilograms. So for example, for me, I would need size 58, so I would gladly assume that it's going to be approximately 7.4 kilograms for size 58, which is absolutely perfect. Just keep in mind that the professional bikes that are ridden in the Grand Tours are 6.8 kilograms. So this bike for size 56 to be 7.26 kilograms, absolutely superb. I have no complaints here. So now, in a summary for this bike, if we consider that, as I said, this is a super bike and the retail price is $6,700 or approximately 6,000 British pounds, the question is, do I have any special complaints about this bike? Well, first thing first is I truly believe you need to negotiate the price of this bike, and as I said, if you behave nicely and you are nice with your local Trek bike dealer, I truly believe that a 15% discount should be possible on this bike. Of course, now with all the delays in bike manufacturing because of the COVID-19, there might be a bit of late deliveries, and maybe you'll need to wait a few more months to even get any kind of discount, but I believe it's really worth waiting. Any other special complaints on this bike? I absolutely have no special complaints on this bike. It is absolutely a super bike, and the only slight little thing is this one-piece handlebar stem, which might limit the fine-tuning of your position, but this is such a slight complaint that you can easily forget about it. So I think this is going to be it for today. If you like what I'm doing, please do subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you're always notified when I make a new video. And as always, I will see you soon in the next episode. Pura Vida!